What's up, family? CJ back with the Centipede Grass channel. So good to be back with y'all. Sorry for missing last week. We've been trying to catch up on some of our bigger properties, but we are called back up and back with you today. Getting super excited. As you can see, it's sunny where I am in South Georgia, and soil temperatures are slowly creeping back towards 70, which is when our grass really starts to take off growing. Of course, it doesn't really matter about the temperatures in the air. It's about the temperatures in the soil. So as we slowly get back towards 70, we'll start back ramping up here. If you plan on doing some DIY to your yard this year and you want to kind of maintain it yourself, definitely hit that subscribe button. We'll have a lot of content for you throughout the growing season on tips that you can do to take care of your lawn without the help of a professional and hopefully keep a few dollars in your pocket. So if you're in a garden or a lawn store this time of year, they're probably trying to sell you a lime product, and I just want to make a quick video today on whether you should buy that product or not. Lime is a product that we use in lawn care to correct the pH in the soil. pH stands for percent hydrogen. It's mainly a measure of the acidity of the soil. That's on a scale of 0 to 14, all this stuff that we learned in some science class along the way. What's important is that your grass prefers its pH between 6, 6.3, and 7, somewhere in that range. If you have a centipede lawn, it can tolerate a more acidic lawn, maybe down to 5.8 or so. But either way, grass likes it slightly acidic, but not overly acidic. So of course, you're not going to know that without doing a soil test. Definitely, before you take any advice from this video, you definitely want to perform a soil test first. But if you do get your soil test back and your pH is showing up low, 5.3, somewhere down in that range, it will be a good idea to address it. When addressing soil pH, it's important to remember that it's a gradual process. It's not like putting out a nitrogen fertilizer and seeing the results in a few days after watering. That has to break down into the soil, and it generally takes months or so for the pH to change. Also, you want to do it in stages. If a soil test suggests that you put down 100 pounds per 1,000 square feet, you don't want to dump that whole 100 pounds per 1,000 at one time. Maybe split that up into 2, even 3 applications. Maybe 50 pounds per 1,000 in the summer, or in the spring, around this time, and maybe come back with another 50 pounds per 1,000 going into winter, so that it's broken down completely by your next growing season. As you can see on this soil report of a new customer that we picked up, the pH is a 5.3. If you look closer down here at the base saturations, the calcium is at 36% and the magnesium is at 7%. If you don't address your pH, a lot of the nutrients that you're going to end up putting on your soil this year are going to be in vain. pH has to be ideal for certain nutrients to be available to the soil. So whether you addressed it earlier or you're going to address it now, you definitely have to address the pH if you don't want to waste a bunch of money dumping down nutrients that the plant can't even uptake. The soil test suggests I put down 46 pounds per 1,000, which is kind of a weird number, but this yard is 4,000 square feet, meaning I will put down 184 pounds of lime. What's also important is the type of lime I'm going to use. This soil report shows that this lawn is low on calcium and magnesium. Neither one of them are in ideal ranges. So I will use what they would call a dolomitic lime, which is equal parts calcium and magnesium. There's also a calcitic lime. If you didn't have a magnesium deficiency, you would just use a calcitic lime, which only has mainly calcium in it. This soil tested as a loam, more like a clay loam. So ideally, I want to see this calcium number anywhere from 65% to 75%. And I want to see this magnesium number 12% up to 18, 20% on the high end. You kind of want that calcium to magnesium ratio at a 7-to-1. But again, if you are addressing to the organic matter and the soil biology, you don't really have to tinker so much with the chemistry. The plant and the microbiology in the soil will kind of regulate those things on their own. So I ended up using this soil Dr. Lime out of Home Depot. I'm not really familiar with the brand, but it looked good. It was OMRI certified, and I mean, it's lime. It's not really a specialized product like that. So I figured it'd be good to use. No lime is very expensive, but I think I paid $10 for 2 bags of this lime. So as you can see from the bag, this product has a lot of calcium and a lot of magnesium. So these bags are 40 pounds. I'm putting down 2 of them, so that's 80 together, which is roughly half of the total amount of lime that was recommended. I'm just gonna put this down now, and I'll test again towards the end of the year just to see where the pH is, to see if I should add more. I'll be doing other things to indirectly affect the pH this year, like building the organic matter in the soil and treating the soil. I'm a firm believer that organic matter can also correct pH issues, correct any issues in the soil. So I'm much more aggressive on that side than I am trying to fix it chemically myself. And like I said, if it was anywhere closer, like if this has tested at 5.8 or so, I wouldn't even touch the pH. I wouldn't even, try to lime the yard, even if the soil test recommended it. I would just deal with the soil and the organic matter in the soil and trust it to fix the pH. Again, I'm a big proponent of soil testing, so I'm going to keep testing along the way. And if I need to intervene, then I am. But, I get a soil test, I do a little bit, I see what happens, and then I readdress it again instead of trying to fix everything manually from the beginning. So good to be back with y'all this week. Thank you for following. Thank you for watching the video. Definitely thumbs up and leave me a comment. I've enjoyed interacting with anybody with all the questions and the encouragement that I've gotten. So again, thank you for watching. Subscribe, and we'll catch you in 2 weeks. We're getting back to growing here, so of course we'll have a lot of topics with just things that we interact with throughout the weeks. But tune in, and till next time, peace.